Started with an idea that came from this picture. Then I sat down, did a quick sketch of it, came up with this idea using 4 different or 5 different fabrics, and now I'm going to show you the double knot stitch. I will give more details in the description of another name that this is also known by. Let's get started. As you see, I did start and we made a line or half of a line of this stitch. I'm going to show you how I approach this stitch. It is quite hard doing it freehand. It's best to use it in a hoop on a stand if possible. This way both your hands are free. But this is how I approach doing the double knot stitch. I try to keep my knots close. My camera focuses, will be good. There we go. So you're going to act like your line's straight, but you're going to come over a little bit to the right of it, a little bit, and go down. Where you see it's on an angle. You're going to come back up on the opposite side of that. Like I said, it's hard when you don't have this in a hoop. So you see where I'm coming out of. You come back up. You're going to take your working thread to the top, away from you for now. You're going to go under using the blunt end of your needle. You're going to go under that line you just made. Okay? You're going to bring it through. Now, I keep it loose again because I'm working freehand and it is complicated, but you need to keep a good tension on this. You're going to go back up that same stitch that you started with first. So if you pull this tight, you're going to see how it wrapped. Okay? So you need to be under that first stitch. When you go back up that way, you're going to bring your working thread up that you make a hoop, or a loop, I should say a loop. Pull slowly, and you got a double knot. I'm going to try to bring this thing closer to see if it'll help. One more time. I'm using my thread as a guide. Going to take the needle. Let me get my... So going to the right slightly. And you're on an angle. You're going to come back up to the opposite side of that. Where am I at here? Right here. You're going to come up to the opposite side. Let me get in frame here. You're going to go across that stitch. You're going to cross that stitch and go underneath that stitch you just made. Let me get my camera to focus again. There we go. So you have this line here. You brought up your needle and thread on the opposite side. You're going to go underneath that. Now before I pull all the way through, you see you have this little loop here. You see how I have, let me get this a little looser so you can see. Come on, focus. Okay. So you see this loop here. That's their first stitch yet. That's what you need to be under, but you need to keep this tight here that you just crossed over, okay? You're going to bring your needle up and through. You're going to have your working thread over that to make it a loop. And oops, and you're going to pull slowly. And of course, I got this fabric that is just shredding, which I don't like. All right, here we go. I'm going to pull that. As I keep bloopers in. All right, let me pause this. Okay. So I made a knot. Let me see if I can get this in here. There we go. It made a knot. I'm going to try to do this one more time, but I'm going to turn my work upside down and see if it doesn't help. Maybe it won't help. Or I'll tell you what. I'm going to use a darker thread. So let me end this piece. I'm going to start over again, have a darker thread so you can at least see what I'm doing. I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to start a different line on the opposite side here. So I'm going to take my thread and anchor it like I'm going to go straight. Can you see that? Okay. Let's see if I can bring this up a little bit. Get this pin out of here. Now, I'm not going to go straight up. I'm going to go to the side just a little bit. I'm going to bring my thread through so it's on like an angle, a slight angle. Where am I at? Okay, I'm going to bring my needle up on the opposite side of where I just pulled my thread through. Just need to be up a little bit. All right, you see where I'm at? I'm going to pull this up. Now, I'm going to bring my thread over that it crosses, and I'm going to go under that first thread that we made. Okay. Now that loop should be tight, but I wanted to show you, you see where this first stitch is right here. That's the first loop. Once you get your needle in there, pull on the working thread and then bring your working thread up into a loop. Okay. Once you pull this needle through, slowly pull, and it makes a double knot. And that's all you do. You can do a continuous row like I did here. I'm trying to keep my knots as close, and you can see how the knot turned out on this side. But you keep doing that all the way up. And then you just anchor it down at the end. This is the double knot stitch. Thanks for watching.